Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our Swiss chocolate run here. And it has been quite a bit since my last episode of this. I kind of just got put on the back burner for just a little bit longer than I intended, but you know, it is what it is. So I'm trying to remember exactly where we left off. Obviously, we've got our cows here. We've got the maternity ward over there, which didn't work out quite the way I had hoped, but we'll adjust and we'll see if we can get that process flowing better going forward. We got the sugar mill up. We got our sugar beets down. They are growing. We got grass growing. It's already rolled, so it should be ready to mow next month. And let's check on our cows real quick. Cows could use a little bit of straw. The ones over here are fine. They got plenty of hay. Water's good. Technically, they've got a little bit of milk because of the mama cows that were there for just a brief bit, but I'm not too worried about that. Other than that, yeah, we probably just need to fill up the straw here real quick. So let's zip around, pick up our food thing. I don't have any contracts or anything like that right now, so that's fine. Are we able to drop off the rest of this? Okay, well then we'll hold off on spraying the straw until we can drop off some more of that. They'll be okay for a little bit longer. Other than that, the other thing that we need to work on is getting our sugar mill filled up with sugar beets, which we do have sugar beets in storage over here. Got 134,000 liters, which should be pretty good. In fact, that will make, how much will that make? Just plain sugar beets, it'll make over 60,000 liters of sugar. We probably will want to try and cut it though. And in order to cut it, we need to come in here and pick up, I think it's a front loader tool. This one right here. Did we already buy that? I know we talked about it. Front loader tools. We did not. We just have the universal bucket. So we'll go ahead and buy that real quick and make sure we have that. Of course, then we're going to have to figure out how to actually get it working in a reasonable process. Because I think we're going to need some belts and stuff, right? Because we got to dump out from... So if I understand right from watching some videos, we can dump it directly onto the drop point. But one thing we will need to do is get some belts to put it into the bucket itself. Now we could scoop up from the bucket in other ways, but one of the best ways I think is to just drop it directly into there from a belt of sorts. So we're gonna go pick up the front here. What kind of belt do we need? Actually, another thing that might work would be like an auger wagon, right? Wouldn't that? Do they have auger wagons that can hold sugar beets? They might not. There's a beet cart. Wow, these are insanely expensive. I mean, something like that might work, but definitely nothing, no other auger wagons or anything like that. So I think we're just going to need to get some sort of belt system here. This can create pallets. Pallets of what? You can make pallets of sugar beets? How did I not know that was a thing? All right. I think we're going to need one something like this. So we don't need anything super tall. I think this one's pretty short, right? We just need something to get from A to B. Technically, this one's probably fine. Dump it in one end. It'll pick up and drop off on the other side. Actually, probably needs a little bit taller than that. So this is probably fine. If you can even run sugar beets through that, which I honestly don't know. It would kind of surprise me if you could. I've never used this thing before. I actually have no idea how this thing works. Could we dump from a trailer into that? I don't think so. Just out of curiosity, how much were these auger wagons that did the sugar beets, and how much did they hold? 45,000, 50,000. That's not bad. That wouldn't be too many trips. $7,000 just to try it out. It's a lot of money. Oh, these take very powerful tractors, which we do not have, correct? What is our tractor on this one? 175, so yeah. Oh, okay. Again, I don't know for sure that these auger wagons, or these conveyor belts do sugar beets. It doesn't say anything about them. I mean, maybe we just do something like this. I think this one will, and I think these belts will. I think the belts will. So I think maybe we just do the belt. All right, let's try this. We're going to lease these things just so we can kind of see if we can get this working. I wanted to go ahead and get one so we can have it to bring over. It's possible that one little belt right there would be enough if we lower the front of this thing. It might work. We'll see if we can get it working. Just realized there's not an easy way to get into our field from over here. I mean, we can technically just cut through the fence, but there's not an actual road or anything. We want to drop off over here. So, how do we want to position this? Well, first off, let me just unhook, because we can steer that thing. Also, let me come in here into the settings. Turn off automatic engine start. That way you have to start these things, but they run once we've started them, so. Alright, so. Now this thing will be running all the time. Let's see. Figure out the best way to position this. Honestly, it's probably better to position it sideways. Why weren't you turning? It does not steer very well. Like right now I'm turning the entire way, but it's not actually turning. I don't know. Alright, let's try that. And then unfold. I'm just going to turn you on. And I'm assuming you should stay turned on. Now we can grab you. Let's go get the wagon filled up with sugar beets. We might need more than one tractor for this, right? Just realized I don't think this will work without a tractor actually controlling the wagon here. Of course, we could just dump it on the ground. That technically would work, right? Oh, see, this isn't going to work either because we're not going to have the tractor in position to chop it. We would have to turn that thing off while we dumped on the ground. So then we can turn the tractor around, put it under the end point, and turn on the chopper. Because we don't want the conveyor belt running to drop off just raw sugar beets, if we can help it. And honestly, this whole thing might be just more trouble than it's worth. Alright, let's see here. Let's do this first and foremost. Let's go into construction. Let's go into landscaping, painting, and we want... It's not the asphalt, is it? It is asphalt, okay. We can change the brush size. Just going to fill this out so I can kind of see the sugar beets a little bit better. If we're going to dump them on the ground right here. All right, then let's go turn this thing off. Yep. Let's dump onto the ground right in front of that. Which is not going to be easy because this thing doesn't back up. I guess I'll have to turn around and try and come at it from an angle. Good thing is the conveyor belt does not... You don't have to be right on it. It'll pick up from anywhere just about. Honestly, that's probably good enough right there. Alright, let's turn on front loader tool. And that should run. Then we can come in here, turn on conveyor belt. Why is it moving? Why is it not working? Why is it being weird. I even have wheel weights on this thing. How is that not heavy enough? Okay, fine. It's a couple thousand liters to be fair. Okay, so wait a minute. I had it for a second there. Why is this not? It's just going to dump right in, which is not the end of the world, but how are wheel weights not strong enough for this thing? And I don't think it's going to work unless I can lift this thing up. Oh, then that's kind of doing it. Honestly, I think this is more trouble than it's worth. Yeah, we get more bang for our buck, but I don't think it's like... I don't know, it's just not... It's going to be annoying if I have to sit here and keep like hitting this thing over and over and over again. I mean, I'll do it this one time just to get a little bit, but I think I'm just going to drop off raw sugar beets here. I don't think it's going to be a problem at all. Means I can sell the, I can get rid of both these tools and just make my life 10 times easier. Yeah, we get like a teeny tiny bit more efficiency with cut sugar beets. It is not that much though. And for it to be, if it's going to be 10 times harder to get a little bit more efficiency, I don't think that's worth it. Actually, let me turn you off for a second. Well, first off, let's go sell these things because we don't need them. Or the game will crash. There we go. All right, it'll be easier that way. We need what, 50K to buy the chocolate factory? Guess we're just gonna store for now. Actually, if I turn you on to distribute, and it has nowhere to distribute, then it won't, and it'll just fill it up, and we can do that for a bit. Yeah, it'll top out, and we won't have anything. It won't be producing anything for a little bit there, but I think that's okay. The other option is we could just sell off the sugar raw for right now without making it into chocolate, but we're not that far from being able to buy the chocolate factory, I don't think. Only a few $1,000s. So, in fact, had I not just bought all that stuff, we would have been fine. So we just got to sell a little bit of stuff to be able to make enough to have the chocolate factory. And we can sell the cheese in... Speaking of cheese, where's the production of cheese looking like? Got a little bit stored up. Could always sell off a little bit of milk, things like that. Cheese sales in February. We got a little ways to go. Could try and see if there's something else we could sell off that we don't need as urgently. Let's go get some more sugar beets. We'll just go ahead and fill this thing up with the sugar beets that we have. And then we'll go from there. Now, we are going to need to get harvesters and stuff like that. So if we were to buy the chocolate factory right now, it wouldn't really help us that much. So maybe we do just go ahead and make sugar. That'll be something we can sell for a profit. Sugar sells for, okay, not a lot of money, to be fair. But it does sell in October, so we'd be able to sell a little bit of it right away. Poor wagon is not really designed for sugar beets. It does not hold that much. Random question. Can we store cut sugar beets? I wonder. Suddenly I have a potential idea. We will lease that thing again, because I have a thought that might work. May just blow up in my face. As I was trying to... Oh, come on. There we go. It's like I wasn't really focusing on where I was driving. I was looking at the thing. All right, here we go. Let's go get this picked up. And we're going to see if this will work. It might. It's a little annoying still. Don't get me wrong. But it might be less annoying enough that it's worth the inconvenience, so to speak. Why are you not... Oh, I don't have you lowered. I was like, why are you not picking up? Let me... I think I can do this without a weight on the back. We'll see. Alright, so we can start filling here. We can turn you on. Of course, you don't have anything in you, so if we start filling with sugar beets, but we turn you on. Okay, so sugar beet cut is not accepted here. So we can technically, supposedly store it, but... Alright, that's fine. Well, I don't have it cut. Okay, turn it off. There we go. Alright, well, it was worth a shot. Let's see if I could just collect and dump in the same spot and then just use my trailer to grab the sugar beet cut. That would be sufficient. Alright, let's return that piece now. We know it's not going to work, and again, I'm not really... I think any other option would be a little bit too annoying for me. Suppose you could always go with something like one of these things, but anyway. As it turns out, sugar beets seem to weigh a lot. Big surprise. I kind of knew that already, but I feel very heavy as I'm driving this tractor around. All right, so we are going to set these to storing. We'll turn both of those on. That'll work. Well, like I said, if you want to go to the trouble of figuring out a way to belt in and make it all work to get cut sugar beets, then yes. Cut sugar beets are a pretty good option. Actually, I just had another thought. I'm going to spend a lot of money on these thoughts. I just had another thought. We can check real quick before I go down my thought process. Trailers. Do our trailers hold cut? Yes, they do. Okay. This might work. I don't know why I didn't think about this a second ago. We're going to try one more thing. I know I'm spending lots of money, but I think it's worth spending money on experiments that we'll know. And then if we decide to use them, we can use them. And if not, then it was just a pennies on, you know, a fraction of any money that we're ever going to make. And who cares that for something that might actually work and help us in the long run. So why are you not? You're not positioned right? There we go. Last experiment. And then we'll call it an episode. We're actually a little bit over time already. Wrong thing. Alright, let's turn you around. See if we can dump straight into the trailer, except I don't have the trailer in the right spot. Try this again. I mean, it's still a little bit annoying, but this is the kind of annoyance that I can possibly deal with. It really does not go that fast, though, does it? Why is it not letting me grab more? Do I have to back away and come back to get more? Okay, the annoyance is back. That's really annoying. Why does it not work? Oh my goodness. I mean, I'll finish out this trigger load, but I still don't know if this is going to be what we want. Back up, scoot up. The other thing is we're not going to know how much the trailer's got in it. Alright, so we can do a little bit more. Oh, no, it is. That's it. Alright. That's fine. Yeah, now we're back to the weight problem. I still don't understand how this thing can't hold it. Well, shucks. Yeah, for the record, we're not doing cut sugar beets at all. I gave it a good shot, guys. Come on. I seriously thought the trailer would hold more. It's weird that it doesn't. Is it a weight thing? Does it really just not hold that much? If I can just get you out of there, then I'd be fine. Because I can dump the rest into the hole. I can attach the trailer to my front. That doesn't make any sense. Alright, well there we go. We're going to put a cut in there, guys, because this is just entertaining. Not really. I'll figure this out. I may have to reset some stuff. I don't care if I lose a little bit of sugar beets, whatever. But at least now we know. I've gave it 3 different tries, 3 different ways. There are other ways to do this. I think they're all going to be equally annoying and not worth the time, to be perfectly honest. So, cut sugar beets. To each your own, but I'm definitely not doing that anymore. So I do appreciate you guys watching, though. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.